Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, B Fan Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and always thank you for your time. Today I'm here with
Connor Black,
and
Robbie Higgins.
and today we just gonna talk up and catch up with each other because these are two good friends of mine that I met in high school. So, Robbie, you left UAD early. How about you tell us about your journey from then?
Man, so I was telling Austin, it was one of the biggest regrets of my life.
Damn.
But leaving, I learned a lot about myself, and I met new people, found out things about myself, and I am overall thankful for the experience and the journey because,
Yeah.
I learned a lot about myself.
Like, what did you learn?
Well, I learned how to kind of, again, make new friends,
Mm-hmm.
kind of adapt to a new school, new experiences, and being at a new school gave me different goals
Yeah.
to chase when I was there.
So, what was the biggest difference that you noticed when you got to Brother Rice? Because that's where you ended up graduating from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was very similar to UAD, where as
Catholic school.
all boys. But I'd say the biggest difference was walks of life. I mean,
Like
from
diversity-wise?
Yeah. From
Yeah.
UAD, there were people from all over Michigan. And Brother Rice, it was more concentrated, but
To like what? Bloomfield?
Bloomfield area,
Yeah.
yeah. Where U of D was Detroit, Grosse Pointe,
Yeah.
All over.
all over.
Mhm.
It's crazy, but definitely thankful for the people that walked into my life there.
So who were some of the best people that you met there? Like, what was one of the biggest lessons that you learned at UAD?
At U of D,
Yeah.
at U of D, I was saying this earlier. Never judge a man by where he stands, because you don't know how far he's came.
Yeah.
Everyone comes from different walks of life and different experiences, and they all got their own stuff going on in their lives, and you don't really know what's going on with them. So treat everyone how you kind of want to be treated.
Yeah.
and-
I remember I talked
Yeah.
about that like with one of my friends at school, at college, and we were talking about like we see a lot of people like every single day, and we see them smiling, we see them acting out, we see them do stuff that's questionable, and then we're so quick to judge them based on like what we see in front of us, but we never really think about
What they're
what
going
made
through.
them that way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we believe we make our own decisions, and yeah, we have some free will, but a lot of our decisions that we make in life are influenced by the past that we had.
Absolutely.
And yeah, go ahead.
And like, you remember what freshman year was like? How
Yeah,
at
that
the
was
beginning.
that was insane.
We had people commit suicide, and the people that did, you would never expect it from
Those
looking on
people.
the outside of them.
Yeah, and it was so unexpected, and it's just something that you begin to question, especially when stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
You start to question like the people around you almost, and not you become less judgmental.
Absolutely.
I've like over like the past few months, I've started to notice like how less I judge people now, because it's easy to look at somebody, judge them, but that just quick judgment is sleight of mind. You don't even notice it's happening.
100%.
Yeah, but I've noticed now that it's like I can look at people, see them do something, and just observe it. I don't really look at them and say, "Oh, they're this type of person, they're that type of person." Yeah, we can categorize people into like stereotypes, but that's something the brain automatically do. But I'm not looking at them going, "Oh, I hate that person," or this and that, or they shouldn't do this, or they shouldn't do that. Because honestly, I've been in too many positions where it's like I don't know who is who. I don't know why people are doing what they're doing. But Connor, you still at UD?
Yeah.
What's
So,
up with that?
I mean, I like it a lot. I'm a senior, so I'm about to graduate. And,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I think U of D's taught me a lot because when I first went to U of D, I came from, like, a really private Catholic school. Same with Ravi. It was called Holy Name, and it was, like, school was very small. It was in downtown Birmingham. So it's, like, it was really isolated to just all the rich kids in the area. It's a very, like, undercover school. It was, like, I wouldn't say rich kids, but like you'd be very well off if you're going to that school.
It's Birmingham
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
So I mean, like going from there, I never really fit in. But like as I like grown up at U of D, I realized that like it doesn't matter where you come from, and it's like you have way more in common with people that you never think you would.
Yeah, no, because I remember when I met you in a government class.
Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to be in. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Because the way it works at UAD is you take government like your junior year or whatever,
you're
and that's like the standard or whatever. But I tried to skip it because I never wanted to take government class, so I tried to skip it, and I ended up taking a art class my 11th grade year, and then when it was time to do my scheduling, it was like, nah, there's no way around government. So I take the government class, and I'm sitting in there. I'm like the only senior.
You're the only senior.
I'm the only senior in this
You got a
11th
bunch of weird ass kids in that class, bro.
No, that class was actually
That was
insane,
actually
bro.
such a botted class. Bro.
No,
It was
who?
so fun.
What was his name? They kept
Behind me?
No, they kept thinking he was gonna shoot the school up.
Oh, I don't even know that kid's name, but I know exactly. He would bring a duffel bag every day to
Yeah,
school.
no, it was the most insane shit. And then you look in the duffel bag, bro, it'd be like straight books. Like
I
I
got
know
out
he
at
was.
the right time.
Yeah, it was scary.
And if he
bro.
was tripping, bro, he was tripping. Dog.
No, like that kid, like when he spoke, bro, you were scared.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. What
Like
was
he
wrong.
didn't speak very much, bro, but when he spoke, bro, you didn't know what was coming out of that kid's mouth.
Yeah, I didn't know what was wrong with bro. But back to what I was saying. I'm in this class with kids I didn't even think to talk to. But I don't know what happened with us. How do we even?
Well, I mean, I was sitting right next to Austin in the back of the class, and it's like our teacher, bro. I love him to death, but it's like he just did not care. Like he just wants to. He's just going in, doing it through the hours.
He's going for the
So,
paycheck.
so me and Austin were always just used to sit in the back and just like go on Twitter. And one day he didn't have his laptop, so I'm pretty sure what happened was you asked me if I could borrow one
I
of
was
my-
like, bro got an iPad, a laptop,
I have
an
a dual
iPhone.
setup. I'd have my iPad on one side and then my laptop, so I watch YouTube on one and then I just play games on the other.
Yeah.
And Austin was like, "Yo, I forgot my laptop today. Can I watch something on your iPad?" And I was like, "All right, you can have my iPad for the day." And then after that, I don't know, we just started cracking
We just-
jokes because, like, bro, the teacher,
The class just got funny, bro, and the tests were so hard for
yeah, the
no
tests were
reason.
so bad.
And I did none of the reading, but
Yeah,
that's
me and Austin just didn't care, bro. We'd go in that class and just joke around the entire time.
I'm not
bro.
gonna lie, I got to a point where the teacher walked up to me at lunch and was like, "Now, Austin, I hear you an A and B student at this school." I'm like, I don't know where you pulled this information from, because I don't talk about my grades to like teachers and stuff. Like, if you know I'm smart, you know I'm smart. If you don't, I really don't care.
Yeah.
So he comes up to me and goes, "Yeah, I heard you A and B student. So why do you have a D in my class?" I'm like, I just don't know. He was like, well, I'm not gonna be the first one to give you a D at this school, so I'm gonna give you one more chance to like just get it up. And he like let me do like extra credit and
man.
get homework in. So
Nah.
I ended up boosting my grade up to a B after doing like nothing the whole
Yeah, no, he's a great
semester,
guy.
bro. But yeah, Dr. Elster, shout out to him, dog. I remember I seen him. I don't know if you ever gonna watch this episode, but I seen him at the DeQuinder cut, and it was like the most awkward interaction
He's
I've
such
ever
an
had.
interesting guy,
Yeah,
bro.
he is though.
Same with Mr. Young, bro. Like,
Talk about it.
Like, I just think about it, bro. I just look at all these teachers. I'm like, what are they doing outside
Outside
of, like,
of
school, bro?
yeah, and I feel like Catholic schools got some of the most entertaining teachers like you'll ever. I feel like they just hire the smartest motherfuckers they can
Because, like,
find.
bro,
Yeah.
Mr. Bookto used to always unplug his mouse, bro. Like, what does that guy do outside of school? I think about that on the daily, bro.
There's so many teachers, especially science teachers, that are just rich out of their minds. And
Yeah.
they just teach
I
for
don't
a
know how
hobby.
it always happens.
Oh,
Look, Mr. Campana,
Zachariah
Campana.
Campana. Yeah, bro. It's just a hobby for them. It's just something
Yeah.
they enjoy,
But
which
like,
is cool.
But that makes me interested. Like, what makes because it's like a very like all of them normally choose science fields or something like that, and I'm like, what makes them so attracted to wanting to teach science above like anything else? Like, especially like a religion class,
Yeah.
which is super simple. Than going through all that and teaching a full-on science class.
It just seems like it's just some imaginary force field that draws people into these Catholic schools, because I feel it's way more than like just a religion. Like
Yeah.
that can be like the cover up, but past that, it's just a different feeling when you in them type of settings and you get so used to it. Like by the time you leave the school, nothing outside of that feels the same ever again. It's just something I grew to appreciate. How's it working for you right now?
I like it a lot. I think one of like the biggest things that people overlook so much is that like it's an all guys school, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I was super nervous my first few years like there. But like I realized it's all guys, bro. No one's judging me. Like you can just be yourself. You have nothing to worry about. You don't gotta wake up every day, look good.
Put something new on. Like you
Yeah.
can, if you, bro, If
You're
you
going to
stink,
school.
you stink.
Yeah,
you
if
know
you
what I'm
stink,
saying?
bro.
If you stink,
There'd be
you stink.
some classes
No,
at
it's
UD.
bad.
I remember that smell like
No, it's
ass.
so
Yeah, but like we not gonna say nothing to you,
Yeah.
but you gonna get the jokes
Yeah,
cracked on
no.
you regardless.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
We
One of the
boys are
things-
boys.
One of the things I realized at all boys school, everyone is there to help each other. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna do your
Exactly.
homework, send it.
Bro, I
Group
got
chats,
you,
like,
bro. Group chats.
It's like
We in this
everyone's
together,
there
bro.
to help each other succeed. And
It's
Yeah.
it's
That's one
already
of the
enough they
greatest
took
things.
all the girls, so we was just in there. Well, I'm graduated. I can say this shit. It's not like a cheating ring, but
Yeah.
like I think that's where the brotherhood part come from, and that's why they
Yes.
make the work so hard because
Yeah.
it forces you to come together
And
as
reach
one
out to other people.
and start to
which
help
is something
people.
you need to do in the real world. where
Yeah.
you can't do everything by yourself. You have to rely on.
Yeah, and they gotta be smart enough to understand that.
Like I was talking to some of the teachers, like over COVID, I was talking to them. I was like, "You guys had to know everyone's cheating," and they're like, "Yeah, that's why we made the assignment so hard because like these kids, they're gonna have to communicate somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an office job. You gotta be able to talk to other people and find solutions.
Mhm.
You can't just stay closeted, or else you're just not gonna make it anywhere."
Yeah, and I'm so glad that the way they ran like the online school for COVID. Were you in COVID
Yeah.
for UAD?
For UD, yeah.
It was a good system. I'm not gonna lie. Like
It was.
the way they had the classes set up. The Zooms was on time. Go straight through the Mudge website. We got off with way more than a lot of other.
Were you keeping good
Other
habits during
schools.
COVID?
Was I?
During school, COVID school.
No, COVID school.
No, I was on Fortnite.
There would
No,
be
that's-
days where like you obviously in assignments it was due at 11:59 p.m. There'd be times where I'd wait till like 11:50 to start my work and just try
What?
to clutch
Nah,
out
see-
because like COVID was like it felt like everything was on a time loop. I'd
For
just
real?
be doing the
Yeah.
same thing, like not
Mudge
leave my
is like
house.
also like Mudge is such a bad website. What I would do a lot of the times was I'd either upload a corrupted file. The teachers couldn't do anything about it. A lot of the times, like if they made me like do an assignment, it was like a big assignment. I'd switch the time and date on my laptop and just turn it in, and it would say it was turned in on time.
That's sauce. I'm not gonna. That is crazy.
No, it's
That's
good.
good sauce.
Yeah.
You tuned in, but
I'm not, but like going back to that's part of the reason I feel like one of the reasons I left UAD because
why?
it was like just being online and then having the COVID year after
Yeah,
my next year.
bro,
it was just
that-
it wasn't
yeah.
real school and I got sick of it. And
Yeah.
And the thing
Part of
is,
that.
like, U of D, it wasn't, like, truly what U of D was, like, during
Exactly.
COVID. Because, like, bro,
Mhm.
you didn't get the experience talking to everyone. It was, like, everybody was in such a
'Cause there's
shitty attitude.
A and
yeah,
B
A,
and
B,
C.
And then you go in some days, you
Everybody-
come out some days.
Everybody just wanted to go and get through their day. It was like nobody cared to talk to each other. Everybody just like, fuck this, I want to go home.
And the teachers were all pissed off because they got to work these cameras and learn this
Yeah.
new technology.
Everyone would just be like, oh, my Wi-Fi's not working.
Yeah,
Like,
my mic's
they knew
broken.
everyone was bullshit, but
Yeah.
they couldn't prove it.
Yeah. But no, COVID school for me at least, it was like I hate my work piling up. So what I would do is I would sit down, turn class on, and just start busting out random assignments, bruh. Turn them in, get everything checked off, and I'd be like free for the rest of the week to just watch whatever I wanted, do whatever I wanted. And that's when I started taking like the self-help shit like serious.
Yeah.
I wish I got rich as shit. But I got rich as shit.
I wish I
and-
could do over again.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
I would have gotten rich
Yeah.
and grinded. Like I
would have started investing. Oh my
If
god.
If gyms were open during COVID,
Bro,
I'd be
one
a
of the-
different motherfucker. I'd be a different motherfucker.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Some of them teachers I feel like got off on COVID. I'm not gonna say names, but one teacher did get off on investing. They invested in like the masks, the Pfizer vaccines, all the vaccines. Like when they went public,
Yeah.
and when everything spiked up, closed out, got the bag.
Yeah.
I wish I would have got on that. But
Is this person
then
still a
again-
teacher at U of D?
I don't go to UD, so I don't know. But then we got to remember, we were like 14, 15 years
Yeah.
old. So
And we
knowing what we know now, going back, yeah, I feel like we could have took advantage of it. But going back to then, we did what we could with what we had. Like,
See, like, for me, it wasn't like, I wasn't even trying to get rich, bro, but I was like, I wouldn't even do schoolwork, bro. I wouldn't sleep most nights. I'd just stay up all night playing the
Yeah.
game, and then go to school during the game. At the end of COVID, actually, I even, like, had never really told anyone this, but I got, like, fully grounded, and it was like, I was only allowed my laptop in my basement, and, like, nothing else.
dang.
It was like, I didn't have anything, because I would just be on the game all day.
I mean, yeah, that's how you got to ground. Oh, dang, is that what grounding means? if somebody's out of control, you gotta ground them, get them back to.
Get them back to reality.
Dang.
That's what ground.
I didn't even know that.
I remember I used to bring my mouse downstairs.
Yeah.
Because like I was.
Well, you said your parents grounded you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I wasn't allowed to use my actual PC. So what I would do is I'd bring my mouse downstairs on my laptop, and I'd bring a book, and I'd just aim train the entire day. I still wouldn't do any work. I would just practice.
It's crazy. So
I was so ignorant.
how do y'all feel like y'all are different people now from when COVID happened?
Oh man, I was a very undisciplined person during COVID. Like I talked about, just waiting to the last minute to do assignments. I just go through days just playing a game, watching YouTube, watching shows, like whatever it would be. And now I'd say I'm a little more about my business, getting stuff done.
Like what? Get
having
into
having
it.
goals.
Tell us. What's some goals you
The
got?
goals-
You got to put it out there so it come true.
Man, long term, I want to be working a job, preferably in the sports field, which is something I'm very passionate about. And yeah, just wake up every day and be happy to do what I'm doing
Yeah.
and making some money.
So how you feel like you're on the track to do that right now? Because I know you want to tell them where you at. Okay.
We
I'm
keep
glad
that,
you're doing.
keep that confidential.
Yeah, keep that confidential. But I'm glad you're doing what you're doing and having fun with where you at and enjoying learning to be yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
More of you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you really particular guy. You always stuck out to me. Even though when we be in class, you be acting crazy. But it became a thing to where that's just him. I mean, it might have pissed some people off, but some people get mad when they see people just being themselves because I feel like you still yourself. Like you can still be that guy, but you understand now how to like harness
it in. Absolutely. That was the key.
And use your extrovertedness to convey a different type of message instead of just being disruptive. You know how to get what you need out of being this extroverted person and being able to talk to people so quick and so easy.
Absolutely. And I'd say this is the first time in my life where I've been pretty much isolated from a lot of the people I know, from the friends I know, and it's giving me a chance to really like hone in on my abilities, focus on what I need to like do and like just kind of do to be the best version of myself. And yeah, it's been good.
Connor, how you feeling? How you feeling 2 years? What is it, 2, 4? How many years are we out of COVID? What, 3? We'll call it a solid 3.
About to be. Well, it started in March of 2020, so we're coming up on 4 years.
All right, so we call it a solid 3.5. How you feeling? 3.5 years out of COVID.
You're still wearing the size 19 shoes.
Tight. You still fit shoes. You still fit his shoes. Go ahead.
Because you know what they say, big feet.
Big boy. Size 19, boy.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I mean, like, from COVID, I mean, like, beforehand, I never really was, like, a very social person. But, like, after COVID, I realized that everybody really, like, was in the same boat as me. It was, like, nobody was really trying to do anything too crazy. Everybody was just trying to get through the times. Because, I mean, like, it wasn't easy for anyone to get through. And it's, like, I realized that, like, even though, like, I had different goals as people, like, people were going through the same thing as me. So, like, since COVID, I realized, like, that there's so much you can do online as a beneficial, like, that's like more beneficial because like bro, I was sitting on the game like 12 hours a day at minimum, and it was like now like I just started working on my businesses and then just starting new stuff.
And that's what struck me as particular in you because even though you're younger than me, I find qualities in you that lift me up, that make me look up to him. I idolize this guy sometimes, bro. It's like I talk to you about my friends. I mean, talk about you to my friends and stuff. And I'm like, bro, this dude Connor the most chill dude ever. He well set off, don't got to do nothing to what he doing. He's straight, he chilling, but he's still finding a way to find a purpose in life and something that he want to do something with himself, even though he can already be something. He don't want it the easy way. You know, it's already in front of him. He got the full plate, but he'd rather cook his own food. You know what I mean? And it's he'd rather. And it's just something I can respect, and it's you were the type of people I try to like surround myself by, not because of what you have or what you can get, but like who you are as a genuine person, humble, down to earth, and that's who I aspire to be when I get up on my. Well, I'm already on my horse. When I get to my farm, you know what I'm saying? When
he's at the stables.
Yeah, when I'm at the stables, just chilling, man, just being able to. I don't even know how to explain it.
Cause I mean, like for me, it's like I could easily just take over my parents' business and be making like
Good money, good money.
doing well with my life. So it's like, for me, bro, like it's just so much more beneficial to like work on myself and like what I'm doing right now. I have a marketing agency.
Go ahead,
And it's
go for
like-
it. Just put it out there.
I just have a full marketing agency that I like specialize in just marketing businesses, like mainly like solar companies and construction companies, just like search engine optimizations and stuff like that, and running ads for them.
This motherfucker's 17.
And I mean like, it's been a struggle because like, bro, I've tried so many different business models. Like,
Bro, you 17.
hey, listen.
I'm just saying, you said it's a struggle. I'm like, you about 50 million
Bro,
steps ahead. Like, but keep that mentality, because that's
It's like-
staying hungry like that is what's gonna
And
keep
bro,
you going.
like the fact that he's like, the biggest thing I took away from it is that his parents have like a very successful business.
Yeah,
But
like-
he's trying to make a name for himself,
Yeah.
go on his new path, and
That's why I call him
failure
Black
is
Hammer,
a
bro.
part of it. So
Yeah, no, because like all my like, I'd say like a big 90% of my business is the first times I've tried like just haven't succeeded, and it's like
You gotta.
I've realized that you need to be able to make connections and find something that you're interested in. You
Mhm.
can't just like, I had a bunch of like drop shipping websites. I was like, I'm really good at social media and marketing, so it's like I'm pretty good at that. But it's like if it's a product I'm not interested in, there's no way I'm gonna like be able to take off with it. Like
Mhm.
I don't want to scale it. Like one of my most profitable things, it was it's like a small company where I sell like room decor, and it's like I take a lot of pride in my room and like design.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that I'm really passionate about. I'm like I can make ads all day, like, and I can actually enjoy it instead of like what I was doing before. Like I've sold so many random things like the shark slides and stuff. It's like I don't care about shark slides. I don't like it's profitable, but it's like
It's like it's empty at the end
Yeah,
of the day. You
it's
don't
like-
feel fulfilled
Mhm.
after you do it.
it's like honestly like when I do something like that, I feel like I'm just ripping people off because I find a
Yeah.
product that people want and I'm just upcharging for it.
Mhm.
But like where I find when I do like room decor, I like feel like I'm finding actual like quality items that people
Mhm.
would want in their rooms and
Mhm.
just marketing them and
Mhm.
putting them out there for people.
So, what do you guys feel like is y'all best way to learn?
learn
Like
Trial and error.
trial and error, like
Trial
you
and
said.
error,
Yeah,
books.
I was about to say failure.
books, videos, anything like that.
I mean
Go
like
for it.
I watch a lot of videos on stuff, but it's
Mhm.
like at the end of the day, like people like to gatekeep a lot of information. So like really the best way is just to go out, try it for yourself, and whatever happens happens. It's
Yeah.
like I've tried so many drop shipping businesses, and it's like 1 in 15 work. It's like you really gotta find something that you enjoy, and it's like your first time you're gonna be so lucky if you succeed your first time. And it's like you're gonna try again and again and again to even make something somewhat profitable.
So, do you feel like people are better off having the lucky strike, or you feel like people are better off failing a whole bunch of times and then finally figuring it out? And how do you suggest people stay motivated to keep going even after?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Everything
mean-
go to shit.
Yeah, the main thing is I feel like a lucky strike can be good for like a first burst of motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, like I find it hard.
Keep going.
For like I find it
Yeah.
hard just like when I just start something new. Like
Mm-hmm.
for me, I struggle with going to the gym. Like I'll go for like a week straight, I don't see progress. Okay, I'm not doing it.
Right.
But it's like when you learn to have that discipline and keep working, it's like if you hit a lucky strike, boom, you're gonna have a company. Maybe you're making $1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, when you've tried over and over again, it's so much easier. When you first get that break, it's so much easier to scale it. Because if you get your first strike, you're not really gonna know what you want to do with the business.
And then if you drop down to ground zero again,
Yeah, you know where to start and how to build yourself up.
there we go. Well,
The thing you said that really
stuck with
stuck
you.
with me, with the motivation or the discipline thing is, especially with the gym, that's something that's big in my life. There's definitely days where I don't want to go. I don't want to do. It may not even be the gym. I don't want to do something, but
Yeah.
it's having that discipline because anyone can be motivated.
Mhm.
They could watch some TikTok video,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, just
something.
get up, go
just
bust
get up
50
and go do
push-ups.
something.
Yeah, your For You page can be all self-help.
Exactly.
Like
All the
David
hope
Goggins.
core.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've seen successful people, why they're successful is because they have discipline.
Wake up
Doing
every
stuff
day.
when they don't want to do it, doing
Mhm.
stuff when they're not motivated, just because they know they have to.
Yeah.
And they know it's necessary for them to reach their goals to
Yeah.
succeed.
You just gotta realize, like, you gotta be able to filter out what's gonna be beneficial for you in the long term
Mhm.
versus, like, something that's just gonna give you a short burst of
Something
energy.
exactly, and that's
Like-
the difference between doing something that makes you happy versus making you something that makes you proud.
Or something that
'Cause-
you're passionate
Exactly.
about. Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah.
one of the things that I think about a lot is, like, there's this quote that's like, struggle now and like succeed later,
Mhm.
or you succeed now, you live your life how you want to, and you're just gonna run into more problems later. Because like
Yeah.
if you just keep pushing everything off, it's just all gonna come toppling down one day.
Mhm.
Instead of like, you have to put yourself in front of those situations that you're not comfortable with, and like try to
Mhm.
work through them.
And then one thing I found is that once you accept that challenge of going through it now and then having what you want later, you start to realize how not pointless, like in a depressing way, but like pointless everything else is. You start to weed out wanting to go out party and drink.
Yeah.
You start to weed out wanting to hang out all day or just waste all your time, and you start to want to hone your energy to doing something that you're actually interested in doing and taking the time out of your life to push it towards something that you really care about and not to everybody else, because everybody needs to understand that if you're not doing what you think will make you happy, you making other people money. You know what I'm saying? You making Instagram money by being on it all day. You making TikTokers money by being on it all day. So you helping other people profit by being a guinea pig. Be the owner of the guinea pigs, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just be your own person.
It's that's something that I've thought about a lot. The Matrix.
Yeah.
It's what I assume is the world, just kind of being stuck in a pattern of doing the same thing over, just being like a guinea pig, like you said. And one of the biggest things I want to do in the world is like escape that and just do something that I wanted and not be like involved in what
about shit.
being the not the 99%. I want to be that 1% that's doing what I want to do, and I'm not a slave to anyone. I make my own decisions.
Yeah.
I live by how I want to live.
And one thing I've been learning is that you gotta live like however you want to live later. You want to live this financially free lifestyle, this and that. You gotta believe that shit right now. So anytime I do anything, bro, I be going out and I'm like never worrying about being broke. Like a lot of people go out, they worry about, oh, I'm gonna lose all my money if I do this. I don't want to buy that. I'm gonna lose all my money. This and that. But like,
A bet on yourself is a good
yeah,
investment anytime.
everything paid for. That's what I say. It don't matter if it's monetary. It don't matter if it's something I want. It don't matter if I'm going out. I could look at gas in my car going almost to E. Everything paid for, so I don't really gotta worry about being broke or losing out on money, because it's gonna come back. And I understand that maybe I don't have a job right now, but the money gonna find its way back to me in anything I do. So everything paid for. So I live life in a way where if I'm providing for myself and also providing for others, everything could be paid for. If I just keep doing what I'm doing right now and then constantly trying to get better and one up myself, everything could be paid for. And then all of a sudden, one day I'm gonna look in the bank account and everything literally gonna be paid for. But right now, you gotta live. You want to be rich, live like you rich. You want to be happy, live like you happy. You want to be depressed, you can live depressed. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But just make sure you do it now. Don't think, oh, I can't think like that now because I'm gonna have it later. You gotta be where you want to be later, right now. This is the only time you got.
Yeah.
The future not guaranteed. The past is behind you. So be where your feet are in these size 19 shoes.
I mean,
Live big.
Like, one of the main things for me, like, especially with social media and, like, talking about Austin, like, where I came from, like, I grew up in a wealthy household. Like, there's no, like, way around it, right?
Yeah.
But it's, like, for me, like, I fell into a really deep depression a few years ago. I was just on my game all day, and I was, like, I know that, like, realistically, if I wanted to, I could just have everything in my life paid for. But that's such an unfulfilling and, like, life, like, you just don't want to live. So it's, like, the second I saw that, I'm, like, I need to, like, I'd rather build something for myself, because, like, of course, I can go out, ask my mom, boom, I got a brand new car that's like, what, $50,000. That's sweet, but it's like, I get in that car and I'm like, what's the benefit to it? I didn't
earn this.
But it's like, when I got my Camaro, I'm like, I put the down payment in, I've worked my ass off to be able to afford something like this. And it's like something you truly enjoy. And like, additionally, like with social media, it's like, people don't realize that all that is, like, all social media is, it's just a money machine. Like, I've done social media myself. Like, I run faceless channels, and it's like, I make hella money, like, more than you would imagine, just by going on Reddit, taking a few posts, copy and pasting it, and it's just people who will just, their brains are just mentally, like, their attention spans are cut. Yeah, everyone's
That's
cooked.
why TikTok popped off, because it's that 14 to 15 second content that just gives you that
the thing
quick fill.
TikTok is
the thing is with
miniature
TikTok
casino.
Because well, the thing is with TikTok, a lot of people aren't into this, it's becoming more of like a wider known topic now. But they have something called the Creativity Beta Program, right?
Yeah.
So it's every video over a minute, you get paid
Creator
X
Fund,
amount.
yeah.
It's
right?
no, this is different.
Oh,
from the
it's
Creator
different?
Fund. So you get X amount per 1,000 views. Around right now, it's around $1 per, and people just need to watch the first 5 seconds of the video, right?
For it to count as
So-
a view.
Yeah, and they need to be like U.S. based, a few other countries, but mainly U.S. based. So it's like, for me, I just take Reddit post. If I can capture their attention within the first 5 seconds, it can be the most clickbaity shit ever. It's like I'm still making the money. It's like if somebody posts a hate comment, I love it because like if somebody wants to hate on it, then boom, more
That mean
traction.
they watching it.
It's like people who like are posting hate comments, like they have nothing going for them.
Mhm.
It's like as long like if you want to post a hate comment, I'm honestly more happy somebody posting a hate comment because that's gonna get people in arguments. It's gonna boost my engagement. More people are gonna watch, and it's like the more you think about it, if you're taking your time to comment and you're reading the comments, you're watching the video longer, so I get paid more money.
Right, because you got to sit there, type,
Mhm.
hate, sin,
Yep.
watch the video again to make sure that you was hating right. Like, go look again to make sure you can hate on some other shit. And then,
Cause like,
boom, now you're sharing it to your friend talking about, look at this.
Cause like, let me look. So for like TikTok, they make about one of my accounts makes about $2 per 1,000 views, right? $1.97,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like that's giving me a decent amount of money, right?
Right,
So like it's making this is only one of my accounts.
right.
So it's like I don't do anything. I take 2 minutes out of my day, find some Reddit threads, post it, right? It's like and it's just people's brains on TikTok are just cooked and cooked and cooked. So it's like people like they don't understand like if they click on the video and if they have like any sort of attention span,
Mm-hmm.
that it's like they're just the product. It's like I don't even have TikTok installed on some of my devices. Like my iPad, my laptop, I've never gone on TikTok. It's
Right.
like that like I think TikTok's like worse than most drugs.
Yeah, I
It's
just
like
I put that shit on my iPad,
Mhm.
and I got a beater to my iPad to actually watch it. And then, even when now that I've grown as a person, I look at social media like sometimes I can look at it and just get sick because it's
Yeah.
like I'm so drawn out from it. Whenever I want to get drawn into it, okay, I'll get drawn into it. Sometimes I go through these phases where I may get a bit anxious, and then it's like I'm like scrolling through it to subside my anxiety,
Yeah.
but it has
Distract
nothing.
yourself.
Yeah. So, but then I find myself more anxious, so I try to close it, and I find myself doom scrolling like through my whole phone. But I've emptied out my phone to a way I've made my phone boring as fuck. Like
I've seen it. I've seen it, bro.
it's a black home screen, a
Yeah.
black lock screen. All my notifications are off. I don't really text people, so I get a few messages from the people I like to talk to most. I make calls to like my parents, my grandparents, aunts and uncles, family. I got Instagram on there because I run a podcast, so I feel like that's the part of my social image that I actually have to keep up. But even in high school, I ran no social media for like the whole 4 years. Like I just got the Instagram account that I have now, Austin Enix. That account I made that in April of this year.
You have 3, right? Ace the Pimp.
Nah,
Austin.
I
you
don't
did-
got those. Yeah,
Austin-
yeah, I got those.
Oh.
Nah, I don't got those. Nah. But no, the Austin Enix account, I made that in April, just to see, like, how much I could grow within a few months. So how far is April? What, 8 months? 8 months ago?
I'm not good with counting.
Yeah, April. 8 months. So April.
8 months. Yeah, he was on
So
money.
April.
Coming up on 9.
Yeah, April, say, go to like May. Because I didn't really use it in April. I made it in April. Go to May. May to now, 1,000 followers in that many months. Imagine what I could do next year.
Yeah.
Now that I'm figuring it out. I'm hanging out with Connor. He teaching me the social engagement shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got these resources around me to help build this image. But I need people to understand that that is not you. It is, but it's not at the same time. I can do you got to think that, you got to understand that you can do anything you want on these social media accounts. That's why I post the stories that I post. I don't care. And the way I want to do it is some people try to look out for like certain spikes. So, you know, some people only post at a certain time in the day of the week.
No.
Some people will post at night
Yeah.
more than day.
Yeah.
Thursdays, not Mondays, shit like that. I like to post any day of the week at any time and understand my engagement, so it's good whenever I post. That's the type of person, that's
Yeah.
what I want to build my social accounts to be. So sometimes I may post a podcast on a random Wednesday, on a random Friday, you know what I'm saying? Just so I know my engagement is up and people always looking for the content. That's how you keep people on your toes and interested, by being spontaneous, not by being predictable. Because once you become predictable, I'm just going to scroll right past it.
That's like the big issues with a lot of people though, because it's really just how you present yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like especially with social medias, and like with social media, if you're like I've managed a bunch of streamers before. It's like a lot of them, they'll have amazing personalities, but they don't gear their content toward their personalities. They find what's gonna pop at the time and post it. It's like people don't take the time to play the long game. They just hop on whatever trend's hot right now to get as many views as they can.
That's why, like, I feel like the streamers that are popular nowadays, like Kai, Aiden Ross, like, it's because they earlier in their career, they grinded at what they liked.
Yeah.
And now it's popular, and they can just
do
like,
whatever
exactly.
they want.
Yeah.
Because they did what
we
they
gonna
liked,
eat
and they
that
stay
shit
true
up.
them to themselves.
Yeah, and that's another hard thing, even outside of social media, because we did kind of. I want everybody. Social media is a real thing inside this conversation, but you can also think of it as figuratively.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Social media can be almost it's turning itself into the real world because of how everybody is like so skewed into it and so
It's like almost a necessity to have a phone.
and
at
people
this
are
point.
so
I've never seen
drawn,
someone without a phone.
man, and they so drawn into it that they start to forget that people actually exist outside in life, and everybody's brain is cooked. I've never. Sometimes I go out and you try to have like conversations with people. Nobody can hold a conversation. Nobody knows how to. Nobody knows how to hold eye contact. Everybody is scared of interacting with people that are strangers. Stranger danger has become one of the biggest things, even if it's not yelled out as much. But some people will walk straight past you and just be rude.
Yeah.
But we can't blame that on them. We got to blame. It's nothing to blame it on. That's just the way life kind of is right now. And I feel like people need to start to work back and start to value traveling, start to value nature.
Like what you were saying, like if you look at it in the bigger picture, like a lot of people think that they're so insignificant they can't make an impact, right?
Yeah.
But it's like people who like truly try to put themselves out there, try to make themselves known. It's like everybody around here knows who my dad is because he made himself known. Like he built up a name for himself. But it's like everybody's gonna say hi to him on the street. But it's like if you're just walking around, you're not trying to do anything for yourself, you're not trying to build up like your your personality, nobody's gonna care about you. Like that was one of my biggest mistakes, right? So like I was really good at like Fortnite way back when it first dropped, right? So I mean like the reason why I quit all social media, like all my personal accounts, is because all the content was geared towards me being good at the game, not me like
Being a
me
Not
person.
Connor Black
Yeah.
is just
It's like
Just Fortnite,
Connor Black,
man.
the Fortnite player.
yeah,
No,
it's
it's
like
Black Hammer.
yeah, it's just him. It's like it just wasn't enjoyable, and I was like, I don't want to just sit
Be
here.
that type of person.
Yeah, who's just good at one thing and makes that their entire personality.
Because then people who don't know you just look at that guy like they say your name Connor Black. Oh, he plays
plays
Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
That's,
that's
the
the
first thought.
Fortnite guy,
They don't
yeah.
think like
Yeah.
everything exactly.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in middle school, this is the most random thing ever. I ran like a meme account, and I was just known for being like the guy with the funny video.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
The guy. No, we're not bringing that back. No, I don't
all I
want to
gotta
be
say
that.
is that's tough that you won't let me bring it back. Damn, that's tough. You won't let me bring it back.
But no, it was just the funny guy. This and that. And it's cool to be known as that, but at the same time, people won't take you serious. And it took me a minute to figure out who I really was as a person and what type of person I want to be. I understand what I feel like I've built now is this guy that I can be the star in the room without having to be the center of attention. I could chill back, lay back, and still know everybody in the room. I like to be. People can gravitate towards me, but not in an overwhelming way. Because, you know, some people got to grab the attention in the room. Everybody got to know him. Everybody is drawn to him.
Yeah, just like
If
a
you
quiet leader.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. I was driving last night, and I was thinking, like, bruh, I'm like a quiet leader. Like, it's just something... And you confirming my thoughts. I was reading a book this morning, The Creative Way by Rick Rubin, and he was talking about just look for shit that quietly confirms your thoughts. You got to pay attention. So today I seen a lot of numbers. You know, the 1111, the 112233. All these numbers are jumping out at me, and it's obvious, and it's not something that I'm looking for, but I'm paying attention to. And the more you see that, I just feel like it's a sign. I never like look up the numbers to see like what they mean, but I know if you're seeing double numbers, dog, pay attention. Something is good. But look where I'm at now. I'm seeing two guys I haven't seen in the longest time on the same day. Unintentionally though.
Yeah.
Connor was booked out for the day.
Yeah.
Connor was booked out for
And
the day.
the only reason we like it happened is because we drove past Jersey Mike's and you were like, oh, Connor lives near here.
It goes even deeper than that because you wanted to go to Bucharest.
Yeah.
But you were like, you was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you somewhere to eat. And this and that. You was like, I'm about to drive.
I thought I was putting you on. I was putting you on game.
Yeah. So you get on the freeway and you're like, yeah, we're going to Bucharest. And I'm like, it was 5 minutes away from my house. And you go, oh, really? It was like, you know what? Oh, yeah, we're gonna drive anyway. We was about to do all of this other stuff, and I just so happened to see, and then we was about to go get Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Because we like Bucharest kind of far. And then I see Jersey Mike's, and I see Telegraph, and I'm like, Connor's still over here. Let me see what he's doing. So I text Connor. He just so happened to be getting off the work shift.
Yeah.
You know, I could have seen you at any time today. He just so happened to be getting up the work shift. Called Connor up. He's like, dog, I'm busy. And I know Connor, when Connor say he's busy, he's busy. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Where your dad at? Because I like to go chill at their restaurant sometimes and just kick it with his parents. So we drive over there to kick it with them. I go see his dad. His dad call him, and he like, pull up.
Get your ass out.
Yeah, he like, pull up. He like, pull up. And Connor like, all right, I'll try. And then Connor calls me and goes, you got an hour. And I'm like, yeah, I got an hour. Come on. So he slide through, and then his mom come, and she like, yeah, nah, you don't need to do that for the rest of the day. And his
You're
whole
off the
day,
hook. You're off the hook.
his whole day just cleared out like that. But none of that shit happened if you just don't pay attention to whatever is going on. Because I could have easily woke up this morning. It was raining, cold outside, and
Stay
be like,
home.
I'd be like, Robbie, don't drive all the way out
Yeah,
here. It's
yeah.
kind of rainy. I don't want you to do all that. But shit
Shit
like
rode the electric bike.
the electric
Bro,
bike
and
in the rain.
And the
Some of the
VR. We don't have to get into that, but we had a good time on the VR. That's all I'll say.
Where did you buy that game at? Dude, I gotta get that game. That game crazy, dog. But
That
no,
game's a good time.
that was a good ass game. No, we gotta run that up. But back to what I said, just paying attention to the shit going on, and you'll start to notice that the universe is trying to confirm your dreams right in front of you, and it's not gonna always be a big ass billboard. I was just talking about guerrilla marketing today. You know what guerrilla marketing is, Connor?
Oh, I was just telling you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Connor, tell them what guerrilla marketing is.
I don't know well enough to be explaining.
Well, just give them a gist. If you
Is
were
it-
explaining to a 5-year-old, isn't that like it's so big?
Yeah, it's
that-
just like you try to put it out as much as you can. So it's
Yeah.
like you try to make it so like
It's unavoidable.
Yeah,
like
so
you,
it's like
you just have to see.
so it's like a lot of the times it would be like it's kind of like what I do. So it's
Yeah.
like it's called search engine optimization. So you look it up, and then
Go ahead.
it's like you look it up, and then when you look it up instantly,
Mhm.
like it's gonna be the first thing that pops up. So like if you look it up, you click the link, that's gonna be the first thing that's there.
yeah,
So it's like say like you look up like game consoles, Xbox is gonna be the first thing that pops up. So
Yeah.
it's like you're not gonna think of anything else.
yeah. So that's what guerrilla marketing is, and that's what the universe will do to you when it's trying to send you a signal and send you a sign. It's gonna keep sending it to you until you pick up on it.
Yeah.
And by the time you pick up on it, you'll be ready to move to the next thing. But a lot of the times we feel like we're not progressing through life because we just don't see this big ass sign, but it's right in front of you. Pick up a book, flip to a random page,
Yeah.
and start at a random sentence and see what it brings.
I'm trying to think now what made me like we stay in touch. I mean, it's hard to like talk to someone every day, but we stay in touch. We're like
Yeah.
friends. Like I'm trying to think what made me think like, oh, I'm gonna text Austin to see
Yeah.
to hang out. I think it was that LeBron. I like was
The
folding
LeBron-
I was doing my laundry and I
Yeah.
was folding my clothes. I folded the LeBron shirt that you gave me that I
Yeah.
still have, and I was like,
Nice.
damn, I should hit up Austin.
Yeah.
That's how. So I think it's you
And we
really
were supposed to hang out yesterday.
Mhm,
We weren't even supposed to be together
Yes,
today. We were supposed to be together yesterday. And it just so happened to get pushed to Thursday.
You just really do got to pay attention
So, like-
to what's going on around
Right,
you.
bro. And it's insane.
Yeah.
And that's just something I enjoy about life. Or something I've been feeling more life. Usually I can get into these like depressed states where I feel like we all have been through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It gets hard to move around and have faith in something. Even if we all three of us went to a Catholic school, grew up learning Catholicism. Well, y'all grew up learning Catholicism more than me. I got the 4 years of it at
Yeah.
UAD, but still, we well rounded in Catholicism, the Jesuits and all that shit. But it's like it still be hard to have some type of faith. And it's not like one of those things where it's like, I gotta see it to believe it. I gotta see something to believe something, though. I don't have to necessarily see God to believe in miracles happening.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just need those small miracles in our life to boost us up again. It's cool to believe in something, but sometimes we just need that pinch of luck get us back on our feet to make us
absolutely
feel normal again.
Yeah, those little reminders, they do go a long way.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the littlest, like, it could just be finding, like, a $10 bill on the side of the road. Just, like, walk it, like,
I got
damn.
hope again. I can interact with some old person and be like, you know what? That make me feel good again.
You wanna know what the craziest part is?
What?
I had a voicemail literally 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was like I gotta find it, but it's like, hey Connor, you were talking to my grandma in the grocery store. Like this is like
It's
dude,
crazy sauce.
I don't know how the fuck this happened. I definitely have it saved. Yeah, it's right here.
Hey Connor, I know this is gonna sound like kind of weird, but you actually met my grandmother in a grocery store and like you kind of hit it off. So she told me to call you because she thought you were like kind of nice. So if you get this, just like call me back so we can chat.
No, the grandma is
she never got a call back. But it's like
all right.
If you're putting that much effort into it, bro. Like I was thinking, I was like,
small world for real.
No, Granny Riz is crazy. I'm about to start raising up all the grannies at the grocery store.
My question is, how did they
stay away from?
I was like, how did that loop back to me though? Because like, I'll tell them my name and then I play lacrosse.
Wait, was this in California?
No, this.
Oh, I was gonna say
no.
California is
no,
crazy.
because the craziest part was it was in Grosse Pointe.
Oh,
and
that's
I
still
don't live anywhere
nice.
near there.
And that's where I kind of stay at. That's crazy. We
So
were just
it's
talking
like-
about Grosse Pointe earlier, but
that's like 40
not in
minutes
the
away
most
from me.
positive way. So that's not.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy how those subtle reminders are like what keep us going through life and how necessary they are. It's really slept on.
Yeah, it's like that voicemail was like, I could care less about the girl, but it's like if I can make it like known to like someone that like they had a good interaction with me
In that travel.
Yeah.
Your name. Oh, people's name. People, I need y'all to understand that your name. Excuse me. Your name is in rooms that you haven't stepped in before.
I could have never thought because I go to Grosse Pointe once a week for my senior service site, right? And it's like every day I go to the Kroger's to get a pound of bologna and Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'm going somewhere over there, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
You go to my Kroger?
yeah,
It's a tough Kroger.
So I go like once every like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, just the odds of that happening is just like, and it's like just so cool to think that like, just someone interacting with me made it
Want
like
to tell somebody else about it.
and then someone takes that much effort out of their day to go
To call you.
contact. Because like realistically, they had to find my Instagram, find who I'm friends with, and ask one of them to get my number.
Yeah,
I
and
was
it
like,
could have been all like,
And
"Oh, that's
could-
cool, Grandma."
They could have just like not done it. Like,
Yeah, no, 'cause
there was such
They
an
could've just
impact
blew
that they
grandma
had
off.
to do
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they-
I kind of feel like an asshole not responding because like they didn't leave a name or anything.
Yeah.
But it's like at the same time, it's like, bro, that's just like
That's just one of those reminders.
Yeah.
That's like,
you gotta be kind to people because you don't know where your name's gonna be floating around.
and
at.
you don't know who anybody is.
Yeah.
I was
Exactly.
talking to somebody. What was I doing the other day?
Because it's like, here, one thing is, like, my dad owns a bar, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have just the most random people walk in.
Yeah.
And little do we know, it happened, like, a week ago. It was the owner of, like, the Pistons. And it's, like, half those time... And I work at a private country club, right?
Yeah.
So it's, like, of course, like, we own a high-end bar, so you're going to expect high-end people. But it's, like, 90% of the time, you would never guess one of those people are like that. It's, like, people who have the most money keep it, like, the most, like, on the low.
That's really behind. That's how I'm trying to move.
Because it's, like...
That's how I'm moving right now. I ain't
Everyone-
even gonna say time. That's how I'm moving right now.
It's like everyone's dressing nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's like, the people who have the most money don't talk about their money.
and they not loud. They just people that you just so happen to interact with. Those are the type of interactions that I
Yeah. It's
I
not
love
like,
the most.
It's not like I see
That's how you
somebody.
move it.
It's not like I see somebody with a Louis Vuitton backpack and I'm like, all right, they're a CEO. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's more like, bro, just talk to as many people as you can and you'd be surprised who you meet.
Absolutely.
and just be nice and respectful and have just basic manners, please. Thank you. I'm not saying you gotta glaze people
Yes,
and,
no.
and look up to them and
NASA.
but like just
Come on, that was so deep.
no, but look, it's just some basic rules. It's like look people in the eyes when you're talking
Yeah.
to them. shake their hand standing up. Try not to sit down and shake somebody's hand, even though it may be avoidable sometimes. But as much as you can, those small interactions like that, standing up to shake somebody's hands, is what captures their attention. Like, oh wow, they took the time to like stand up and pay attention to that type of stuff. Work on your handshake. You know what I'm saying? Look at how you dress. You ain't got to dress a certain way. I don't expect you to put a suit and a tie on, but if you gonna wear some jogging pants, make them motherfuckers look like the best jogging pants to ever like walk on earth, to ever be a part of something. Just be you, but be all of you at the same time.
And bro, don't like building off of that. So I was working at a nice gym over the summer, and there's some like high end people there, and it came up where I actually had to kind of drive someone to their car because they were having trouble walking. Long story there. And like this is a highly respectable person. They have a good job. They make good money. And I drove them in my car back to their car, and I felt so embarrassed because my car was a complete mess. And I just felt like that was a poor reflection on me.
Who you are.
Because when they now they're gonna remember, oh, Robbie, he's that kid with the messy car.
But he's the kid that dropped me off.
He's the kid that dropped me off in the messy car. I don't want them. So it's just kind of carrying yourself. Like that's why I want to max everything I can do. Look the best I can. That's another thing I'm working on. Just making myself look the best possible.
But not even in the way that you thinking about what other people gonna think about. But just the way that you can feel.
Be the best version of yourself.
So centered in yourself that you like, damn. So shit I've been really getting into is vintage watches. Show kind of that. Like nice jewelry. Nice clothes, something subtle though. I don't always gotta be loud, but everybody know when it's time to step out. I can step out, and you know what I mean. But I just stuff like that, and that's what make me feel good. Smelling good, you know what I'm saying. Staying clean, keeping my hair fresh. But that's not for other people to look at. That's for me to look at myself and be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Kind of hype yourself up. Talk to yourself. It's so important to talk to yourself and have that type of relationship with yourself, because when you can do that, nothing else really matters. I was telling my little cousin today, bro, I was telling him, he said his arms was hurt. He had a bad form on a push-up. He was tired. We had been lifting the whole time. I'm more endured than him. Maybe since he's younger than me, the muscle development not there, so he was having a hard time doing the push-up. But I'm like, it's crucial to do these push-ups right, because if you bullshit on these, you bullshit on everything else. We wasted a day in the gym. You could have been asleep. So I'm like, shit, bust out the girl push-ups. I don't care. Get on your knees and do the nice push-up, because at least you keeping a good form up top. I'd rather you sacrifice the weight or whatever, the pride that you got, to get the form right. And he was still like, nah, I'll do the regular push-ups. So after he got done doing his regular push-ups, I did the girl push-ups. Even though I had the strength to do the regular push-ups, I did the girl push-ups to just show him dead ass, nobody cares. I mean, me and him was what?
Go ahead. And that's a big thing in the gym. I feel like, especially that insecurity, how you look, how other people view, comparing yourself to other people. It's something that is kind of just it's human.
It's all mental.
But it's something you shouldn't do. And for a while, I definitely did that. Where I even think I started going to the gym just to pick up girls alone. Just I want to six pack on muscles. But as I kept going, I realized man, this makes me a better person. This makes me better myself. It's always it's a never ending goal to look a certain way, how I want to look, or lift a certain weight I want to lift. So that's why the gym's been
so we sitting there and I'm like, it strikes me sometimes, because I don't care if you can lift a lot, and I'm telling him like I said, don't sacrifice the weight for the form. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you have good form and be lifting 20 pounds than bad form and be lifting 50. You know, I don't care that you can lift 50 pounds. All the weight do the same shit. 20 do the same thing as 30. 30 do the same thing as 40. 40 do the same thing as 50. It's just the amount of times that you could do it. Lifting 52 times is the same thing lifting 5 times? Lifting 52 times is the same thing as lifting 25 times. I know that's some quick math on you. But if you can get 5 good reps of 20, you did the same thing struggling doing 50 twice. So why would you put your whole body on the line? Again, this can be seen figuratively. Figuratively.
Yeah, figuratively.
There you go. Yeah, this can be seen figuratively. Why would you put your life on the line trying to do 50 twice, doing too much, instead of taking the time to lift 25 times and understanding how you can do it better and looking at it and concentrating, and you'll feel better after you do it. Just taking your time, taking
Take the time to do it right the first time.
Yeah. And even if you don't get it all right the first time, you're going to be straight.
Yeah.
Everybody on divine timing. Everything is perfect. I feel like I said this before, but I'm going to say it again in this episode. Everything is perfect, and not perfect in a way to where nothing is no flaws to it. It's perfect because the universe is in accordance with you. You know what I'm saying? So everything gonna happen at the right time, in the right place, whether it look good or not. There's no such thing as a bad moment. There's no such thing as a particularly good moment. We have our highs and we have our lows, but at the end of the day, it's gonna balance out. And it's all about how you interpret it. You can have a bad day today, but that bad day today pissed you off so much that you didn't leave the house and die in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that is what you gotta pay attention to.
You gotta think of it like a bad workout is better than no workout.
Yeah. Getting up and doing it anyway, and that's that discipline you was talking about.
Because if you think about it, like, listen, if you got $86,400 a day, if you lose one of those dollars, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna spend the rest of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You have 86,400 seconds in a day.
So look
if
at
you
what
have
you got.
one bad second, then why would you throw away the rest just because of one bad thing?
Right. Yeah. And a lot of that, I get on this another episode, but a lot of our bad days that we be having, they don't be bad days. They be bad moments. Bad moments that forward over into a bad day, because everything counts. I was watching the video like that. Everything counts towards something. So sitting down all day, you didn't waste a day. You wasted a day, but it counted towards something. So you didn't get better that day, so it counted negatively. Getting up, that counts. Showing up counts. This counts, that counts. Not everything is perfect, not everything is negative. All you need to do is get more positive than negative. You want your pros to outweigh the cons, you know what I'm saying? Good and bad gonna happen, you want more good than bad.
It's almost like, I always think of it being in a constant battle with the person I was yesterday.
Tight.
And trying to be a better person the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I like putting things in like analogies, maybe sports and especially swimming, because that's like my stuff. And I think of the person yesterday and me racing. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna do more?
Right.
That's how I think about a day almost.
Yeah, just 1% better every day can take you like so far, because it's not even 1% a day is not you starting over every day with a new 100%. Is exponential. Yeah. So you might get 1% better today. You do another percent better tomorrow. You might do 5% the next day.
No, it's not even just exponential. It's more like on a graph. It's like you're gonna have ups and you're gonna have downs.
Yeah.
It's like it's more exponential, but you gotta like think more into it, right? It's a slow progress working up, but you gotta remember that like you're always gonna dip down a little bit. It's the same as the stock chart. It's
stock chart. That's exactly what I'm about to say.
No matter how well you're doing, you're always gonna have bad days, and it's like whether like if you put it in terms of a company, if you have like a bad selling product and you just quit there, you're never gonna bounce back, right?
Right.
But you gotta be able to, even if you have one bad day, you gotta be able to take that and use it to your advantage to push forward.
No one successful has never failed.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that. Every success, every good thing has come from a product of failure.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
Like mainly in sports where you've never seen, like especially like I like to use Jordan as an example. He got cut, so it's like from his high school team. It's like
even that, think about all the shots he missed. We think
he said a quote. I've been trusted with the game-winning shot
this
X
many
amount of times,
yeah.
and I've missed like this much, like
but that
all those failures. But
and not even
the ones that matter.
Not even that he failed, but the fact that he took the risk.
Yeah.
He took the risk. Yeah.
Everything is
100% of the shots you don't take.
You know what I'm saying, bro. And I'm gonna close it out with this. This is from Jen Rome. Everything is risky. Waking up, walking outside is risky. Going to sleep is risky. Everything is risky. You always have a chance to die at some point. So don't get so stuck in the fact that you think since you're taking a quote-unquote risk that you're going to fuck everything up. Not taking the risk is taking a risk. Taking the risk is taking a risk. So just do what the fuck you want to do. Because at that point, ain't nobody, it's nothing to stop you. Since everything going to be risky anyway, you might as well do what you want to do. You going to die anyway, so you might as well die doing what the hell you want to do.
Die with doing what you love to do.
Yeah, just do that.
Everyone's going to die at the end of the day, so
Yeah.
why would you live your life for somebody else?
Yeah, rather do something that makes you happy than die doing something that's
Just
doesn't make you happy. It's miserable.
yeah,
Just listen, bro. On your deathbed, you're not gonna wonder, did I die rich or did I die poor?
right. I ain't never
Did
seen a
I
money
make
truck
the
chase
most
a
out of
hearse.
my
Did I
life?
make the most out of my life? It's like from what I've
Exactly.
seen, it's like I've seen so many people who like are like very like uber successful, but they're like, I lost my entire like
Family,
like,
divorced
me
my
personally,
wife.
Like this is getting like pretty deep. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like
Alright, bet.
me and my dad, like we've been having that conversation recently. He's like, I know I'm so like I'm so proud of myself for what I made, but like I miss out on a big part of your life because I'm working all day every day. It's like my dad like building that business up to where it is now. Like he lost like half of my childhood. I still love him and he was still there for me.
Yeah, and I'm
But
glad
it's
you don't
like-
blame him for
But
that
it's
shit.
like it's
And
like
he did that trying to give you
yeah, that's
a
what I'm
good
saying.
life.
Yes.
It's like a lot of the times I
Man.
think about it, it's like it's everyone's first time living. You can't blame them for anything.
Man.
Oh,
That's why I fuck with Connor so much, bro. I be saying the
Black
same
Hammer.
shit, bro. That's why he's not even Connor, bro.
hammer
It's
to the
like-
nail.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So we're gonna wrap it up there, and hopefully, if I ever see them in the same room again, I don't know how the fuck I will, but if I
I'd
do,
love to run it back.
yeah, we'll do
We
a part
definitely
2.
will.
And I'm gonna start.
First, we hop on a call and we do it.
Yeah,
again.
we can just learn. I'm gonna learn how to do the calls and shit. But yeah,
This is also all of our like first time hanging out together.
yeah, that's crazy. All right, we gotta close it out. We gotta close it out.
Close
All
out,
right.
close out.
Thank you guys for listening. I love you all.